Hello students, welcome to online classes of Shem Star Global School. This is Nabila Fatima. In the previous video of the Delhi Sultanate, we had studied about the slave dynasty or the Mamluk dynasty. In this video, we will study about the other dynasties of the Delhi Sultanate. The next dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate was the Khilji dynasty. The Khilji dynasty was a Muslim dynasty. So it was a Muslim dynasty of Turkic origin who ruled in the large parts of southern India between 1290 to 1320. It was founded by Jalaluddin Khilji. It was founded by Jalaluddin Khilji and became the second dynasty to rule in the Delhi Sultanate after the Mamluk or slave dynasty. So, the first king of Khilji dynasty was Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji. Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji was a founder of Khilji dynasty. Jalaluddin Khilji was the first sultan of Khilji dynasty. He had to spend most of his time in suppressing internal fight in his kingdom. During his reign, more than 1 lakh Mongol invaded India. Mongol were the people of Central Asia. So he managed to arrange a peace treaty with an invading Mongol army in 1292. By 1292, he invaded and brought into his control many Indian territories. He ruled for a brief period of 6 years. He was murdered by his nephew Alauddin Khilji. The second ruler of Khilji dynasty was Alauddin Khilji. The second ruler of Khilji dynasty was Alauddin Khilji. He was considered as one of the greatest sultan of Delhi. He came to power after killing his uncle Jalaluddin Khilji. He was a capable ruler. He was efficient and capable ruler in both administrative and military terms. He knew how to administer his empire. He defeated Mongols and got the title of Sikandar, which means Second Alexander. Alauddin established a vast empire. Alauddin Khilji established a vast empire. His conquest of Gujarat gave him access to its ports and overseas trade. Alauddin also brought Rajasthan under his control. In the south, he sent his commander Malik Kafur to bring the rich kingdoms of the Deccan under his control. Alauddin Khilji died in 1316 AD. After Alauddin's death, Khilji dynasty came to an end as his successors were not able to control the vast empire and the empire passed to Tughlaqs. The next dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate was the Tughlaq dynasty. The Tughlaq dynasty was a Muslim dynasty of Turkic origin which established as third dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate in the medieval India. The first ruler of Tughlaq dynasty was Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. He was the first ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. He was a capable military commander. He suppressed many rebellions and consolidated his empire. He was succeeded by his son Muhammad bin Tughlaq. The next ruler of Tughlaq dynasty was Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He was the second ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. Muhammad bin Tughlaq succeeded his father Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. He was a learned man. He had deep knowledge in philosophy, logic, mathematics and medicine. He knew several languages like Persian, Arabic, Turkish. He also knew Sanskrit. Now, let us look at some measures undertaken by Muhammad bin Tughlaq and how they affected the people. The first measure of Muhammad bin Tughlaq was taxation in Doab. In order to increase revenue collection, the Sultan raised taxes on the peasant of the Doab region. Doab was facing a severe famine during this period. To raise taxes at such a time was a big mistake by Sultan. Peasants abandoned their lands. The Sultan had to finally withdraw his orders. Second measure of Muhammad bin Tughlaq was transfer of capital. Muhammad bin Tughlaq decided to transfer his capital from Delhi to Devgiri, that is Daulatabad. Muhammad bin Tughlaq thought that it would be a better place to administer the whole empire. Muhammad bin Tughlaq instructed the entire population of Delhi to leave the city and move to Daulatabad. Many people died due to the difficult journey, but soon he realized that it was impossible to keep a check on the northern frontiers from Daulatabad, so he ordered the people to march back to Delhi. The last measure of Muhammad bin Tughlaq was introduction of token currency. Muhammad bin Tughlaq introduced a token currency. There was a shortage of silver during this period, so the Sultan decided to mint coins of brass and copper for day-to-day use. These coins had the same value as pure silver coins. Further, they could be exchanged for silver coins at any time from the royal treasury. Muhammad bin Tughlaq, however, failed to check the illegal minting of coins. The design of the coins was simple enough for ordinary craftspeople to copy. As brass and copper were easily available and much cheaper than silver, people brought brass and copper in bulk and started minting the coins at home. The kingdom was flooded with forged coins. Trade also suffered as foreign merchants refused to accept these coins. The Sultan had to give silver coins in exchange of even forged coins. The treasury thus became empty. This experiment was also soon withdrawn. Muhammad bin Tughlaq became very unpopular because of his schemes. He lost the trust of his nobles, the ulema, and the people of his empire. The Sultan was unable to control his empire effectively. Next ruler of Tughlaq dynasty was Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Firoz Shah Tughlaq was Muhammad bin Tughlaq's cousin and he was the last ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. He wanted the support of nobles and the ulema. He adopted several measures to please the ulema and the nobles. He increased the salaries of the nobles and gave bigger jagirs to them. Soon the nobles and the ulema became very powerful and began to influence the policies of the kingdom. He founded the city of Firozabad. He built the city of Firozabad in Delhi. He built nearly 300 towns and repaired old buildings. His death in 1388 led to the many rebellions. His successors were unable to stop the declines of Tughlaq Empire. So, with this, we have completed the 3 dynasties of the Delhi Sultanate. Please watch the video carefully, and if you have any problem in any topic, then please ask from me by putting your questions in the comment section. Thank you.